Recording. So in our previous lecture, hopefully you have gone through that. We started with the forces on immersed bodies. तो अगर किसी का उसमें कोई क्वेश्चन है तो पूछ लें. Anybody having question from that lecture, please ask before I move to the next. And we will try to, I will finish this topic today, and in fact the coursework for MIDS from my part, that will be completed today, and in the next week engineer Visa will take up your classes and I will be taking care of the lab classes meanwhile. So let me share the slides. So in today's lecture, mostly derivations are involved. So I will advise you to do these derivation at your places. Already ये slides आपको share कर दी गई थी, तो आपने hopefully देखा भी होगा इसमें derivation वगैरह है. तो उसको जब तक आप हाथ से नहीं करेंगे, न्यूमेरिकल को हाथ से नहीं करेंगे, you will not understand. क्योंकि अपने लेक्चर में तो मैं कोशिश करूँ जितना मैं एक्सप्लेन कर सकूँ, बट अगेन इट्स बेटर टू डू विद योर हैंड, एंड देन होपफुली यू विल अंडरस्टैंड इन मोर कि क्या क्या स्टेप्स किए गए हैं, किस तरह उसको सिंप्लीफाई किया गया है. तो दैट वुड बी more easier for you to understand. Okay, let me start with the first what we discussed in the last week. जी जी कुछ
Sir, stated that when fluid enters it divides an undisturbed flow.
जी.
So, sir, occurs in open pipe supply
Yes,
pipe or other closed system.
it's also it also occurs in pipes. We will discuss in detail in chapter number 8.
Okay, sir.
यहाँ and the drag force, lift, pressure drag and the drag. Now we also solve numerical to find the different things for the boundary stuff flow in same. We discussed last time that what is the boundary layer is the one in which stress there is velocity gradient, there is frictional drag, and outside it no shearing stress, no. So we discuss this thing that and laminar and turbulent, that is del. We have to find the expression for the shearing stress in a given boundary layer, that is laminar, turbulent, transition, both laminar, turbulent mainly. And we have to find the frictional drag df or cf. इसमें मैं इसको थोड़ा कर दूंगे, हमने इसमें cf ही इसको लिया हुआ, df भी अगर लिखा है तो भी ठीक है. We have to find the expression for the frictional drag in the boundary layer, whether it is laminar, turbulent, and transition. So, as a part of the analysis, we need to find these expressions. So, let us start with the derivation. We are given with a smooth flat plate. Its one side, which is in contact with the fluid, is given. Fluid is moving with undisturbed velocity u, and there is a control volume of the fluid that we have considered. This control volume of the fluid has height equal to the thickness of the boundary layer del, this one, and there is a width of the plate as well, and it has three control surfaces, important control surfaces at which either the fluid is entering or leaving. So control surface AD, where the fluid is entering the control volume, control surface AB, where the fluid is leaving the control volume, and control surface BC, where the fluid is again leaving the control volume. So the total discharge flow rate entering the control volume from surface AD is split into discharge through AB and discharge through BC. That's why discharge through AB is equal to discharge through DA minus discharge through AB. तो जो डिस्चार्ज या फ्लो रेट ए बी सर्फिस से पास कर रहा है वो क्या है, टोटल जो एंटर हो रहा है माइनस जो कि बी सी से लीव कर रहा है. Another thing is that on this control volume of the fluid, between the contact of the plate and the fluid, there is a frictional drag. There is a frictional drag force because of the shear stress. And this drag force has direction opposite to the direction of flow of the fluid, or it is in negative x direction. So there is only one force acting in this control volume of the fluid, that is a frictional drag, and this frictional drag, total frictional drag, is summation of integration of tau naught b into dx. Tau naught is the shear stress, b is the width of the plate, and dx is any differential distance from the leading edge. This is the leading edge, this is the trailing edge. So from the leading edge to any distance delta x, yeah, dx, the shear force or the frictional drag is the local frictional drag, which is dfx, which is tau naught b into dx, and the total friction drag on the entire length of the plate is integration tau naught b into dx. X is the distance from the leading edge, del is the thickness of the boundary layer. This is the velocity profile, velocity variation within the boundary layer, velocity distribution profile within the boundary layer, and similarly this is the velocity distribution profile showing the velocity gradient, change in velocity at any distance y from the surface of the plate. The velocity is u, which is called local velocity. Small u is the local velocity within the boundary layer, and capital U is the undisturbed velocity outside the boundary layer. And I have already explained in the last lecture, at the boundary layer edge, this is the edge of boundary layer and boundary layer profile, the local velocity small u is equal to 99% of undisturbed velocity. But over here we can take it same. The same thing is explained over here. Consider a volume of the control volume of the fluid as shown in the figure, which extends the distance del at a distance x along the plate. Along surface AB, the undisturbed velocity u exists. Now, as I mentioned already, that the drag force is actually the sum of the pressure drag and the friction drag. Because this plate is placed horizontally, so the pressure drag is very, very small as compared to the friction drag. So only friction drag will be considered. So same is explained over here. The pressure forces acting along the surface AB, DA, and BC are so small that they can be neglected. So although at the edge of the boundary layer we know local velocity is 99% of undisturbed velocity, but in this case we have assuming u is equal to capital U initially for this derivation. Now further what we know that QBC is less than QDA, because QDA is the total discharge entering through surface DA, QBC is the discharge leaving the surface BC. QAB, the discharge leaving the surface AB, is QDA minus QBC. So we have to write the flow rate and the rate of momentum. Flow rate is discharge into area. So we have three control surfaces from which either the fluid is entering or leaving. Velocity is capital U and the area of flow is del into the width of the plate. So that is why discharge is U into B into del. This is the flow rate at DA. What is the rate of momentum? That is rho Q into U. Rho into this Q into the velocity of the fluid at this control surface, that is the rate of momentum in x direction. Similarly, control surface BC, the flow rate is, so because at the surface BC the velocity is changing, so we can consider any differential layer of the fluid, any differential element of the fluid having thickness dy and velocity small u. So the discharge of this differential element will be dq, d small q. So the total discharge from 0 to del, from the surface of the plate to the maximum value thickness of the boundary layer 0 to del, that is capital Q, that will be equal to integration of 0 to del u into dy. So this is why, this is how, this is how it is written. I hope you have understood this. So at control surface BC, the flow integration rho, so it will be rho into B 0 del u into u square into dy. So this is the rate of momentum at control surface BC. At control surface AB, we know that the flow rate is just the difference of QDA minus QBC. So QDA UB del minus QBC B into 0 to del u into dy, and rate of momentum will be simply rho into Q into u. So this is how we can write the flow rate and the rate of momentum in x direction at the control surface AB, BC and ADA, BC and AB. So you should do it at your places, as I already mentioned. You will understand how these have been written. Now moving further, let us apply the impulse momentum principle. So in next week's lecture with Engineer Visa, you will learn what is impulse momentum principle in detail and its application. Over here I can just define impulse momentum principle states that the algebraic sum of all the external forces acting on a control volume of the fluid is equal to rate of change of momentum along a certain direction, x or y direction. So algebraic sum of all the external forces acting on a control volume of fluid is equal to rate of change of momentum in that direction. For example, in this case, we know the forces and the momentums are only in one direction, that is the x direction. Along the plate they are having. There is only one force acting, that is Fx in negative x direction. So that's why the algebraic sum of all the forces, external forces, that is Fx, and it is in negative x direction, is equal to rate of change of momentum, that is rate of momentum leaving the control volume minus rate of momentum entering the control volume. So this is momentum at control surface AB. This is the rate of momentum at control surface AB. This is BCA AB. This is the rate of momentum entering the control surface DA. So this is called impulse momentum principle. The algebraic sum of all the external forces acting on a control volume of fluid is equal to rate of change of momentum on that control volume in a certain direction. Further, we simplify to multiply rho and u within this, and this second and the fourth term will be cancelled, and only first and the third term will appear. Further, we can take minus rho b outside, and this negative sign will cancel. So Fx, the frictional drag on one side of the smooth flat plate that is at any distance x from the leading edge of the plate is rho b 0 to del u into capital U minus u into dy. So again, you have to do it yourself again, how we have reached to this point. Now further, if we assume that there is a similar velocity profile at various distances along the plate, that is a reasonable assumption that along the plate we are assuming that the velocity profile they remain same. So if this is valid, we can say that ratio of local velocity over undisturbed velocity, small u or capital U, is function of actually y over del, because at y there is local velocity and at del there is undisturbed velocity. So in velocities की जो ratio है, ये depend करेगी ratio of the distance of at which these velocities are existing. Let us assume that this y over del is some another function eta. It means that u over capital U is function of eta. Now substituting the value of this, so small u is function of u into function of eta, and from this we can write y, and also from this we can write y is eta into del into eta. और dy क्या होगा, दैट इज del into d eta, and the function of eta into d eta. If you replace this term in integration, this is actually this what is function of eta? It is actually the velocity distribution, function of velocity distribution. So if you replace this all term with alpha, alpha is the function of boundary layer velocity distribution, and it is equal to this term inside this the integration term. So we can write fx is rho b u square del into alpha. We have replaced this all term with the alpha, which is the function of velocity distribution in the boundary layer. Now further we know that the local shear stress at any distance x from the leading edge of the plate is dfx is tau into bt into tau naught b into dx. Tau naught is 1 over b into dfx over dx. Putting the value of fx from equation b, that is rho b u square del into alpha. So rho b u square del into alpha, that is the value of fx. V will be cancelled. So finally, this is the expression for the shearing stress in any boundary layer like laminar or turbulent. It is valid for both laminar and turbulent. Rho u square alpha d del over dx. This is the expression for the shearing stress applicable for both laminar and turbulent boundary layer. So this will be the basis for the analysis of each type of the boundary layer. Now further we can what we can do. So let us start with the next fourth week lecture that whose slides have been already been shared. That is the analysis of the boundary layer. So let us start with the analysis of laminar boundary layer first. We have derived one expression tau naught, which is valid for laminar and turbulent both. So that will be used for this purpose. We then have to derive another expression for the tau naught for the laminar boundary layer, and then we'll compare them and then finally find the other values. So we know that for pipe flow through for laminar flow through circular pipes, the shear stress is given by Newton's equation of viscosity. We will learn in detail in chapter number 8 after mids hopefully. तो उसमें भी डिस्कस किया जाएगा सारा डिटेल के साथ. बल इस पॉइंट पे आपने यही याद रखना है कि the shearing stress in laminar flow through circular pipes is given by Newton's equation of viscosity. Tau is mu du over dy. Now if you want to write this same equation for the area near the boundary of the pipe or near the wall of the pipe, तो वहाँ अगर हम लिखना चाह रहे हैं तो tau जो है it is tau naught, closer to tau naught there is the boundary shear stress near the boundary of the pipe. Tau is tau naught and mu du over dy, and y is approaching 0 because y is the distance from the wall of the pipe towards the center. It is the distance extended from the wall of the pipe or from the surface of the plate, you can see. So when we are approaching from tau to tau naught, y will approach from certain value to 0. Now this is the expression for the boundary shear stress through circular pipe for laminar flow. Now if you want to write it the same for the plate, for our condition we have the smooth flat plate or one side of the smooth flat plate. For that, what will be the equation? Just looking at this equation, we can write tau naught is mu into du over dy, where y is approaching 0. The same we can write for the plate as well. But now putting the values, we know that dy is del into d eta and u is कैपिटल यू इंटू फंक्शन ऑफ ईटा। तो ये हमने पिछले अभी हमने जब टॉन आउट निकाला है वहाँ पे पहला एक्सप्रेशन, वहाँ एज्यूम किया था कि जो वाई ओवर डेल है वो ईटा है, सो डी वाई इज डेल इंटू डी ईटा, और u जो है u और कैपिटल U इज फंक्शन ऑफ ईटा, so small u is function of u into function of ईटा. Now if you put the values in this, so you first of all put in the value of dy, that is del into d eta. In this it should be eta, not dy, so mistakenly it is written it should be d eta in this case. So that replace it, so that should be d eta instead of dy. जिसको आपने करेक्ट कर लेना है बाद में, ये डी ईटा है डी वाई की बजाय. नाउ फर्दर इफ यू पुट u इज कैपिटल U इनटू फंक्शन ऑफ ईटा, वो यहाँ हमने पुट कर दिया, सो इट विल बी d इनटू फंक्शन ऑफ ईटा एंड इट विल बी म्यू इनटू u over del. These are the constants you can say for any given and d function of eta over d eta this and eta is approaching 0 because when y is approaching 0, eta will also be approaching 0 because eta is y over del. So when y is approaching 0, eta will also approaching 0. So from this we can find tau naught. Which is formula for the shear stress in laminar flow over the smooth flat plate. So tau naught is mu u velocity square by 2 is that equation and x to tau. So with the increase in x, it is clear that the thickness of boundary will increase, and when the thickness of boundary will increase, this shows that the shear stress will decrease. The same thing is mentioned over here. Equation 3 indicates that when we increase the distance x along the boundary, along the plate, the thickness of boundary will increase and shear stress will decrease. Now we have to find the value of P, alpha and beta to finalize this equation. Now regarding the value of alpha and beta, two possibilities are there. Two things have been mentioned in the literature. One is if you consider the laminar boundary layer as the parabolic boundary layer, a laminar profile, velocity profile as the parabolic. This is the graph between y over del, this is eta, and this is function of eta, that is u over capital U. Now if the velocity distribution curve is parabolic, so if you solve this parabolic equation, so the value of alpha and beta comes to be 0.133 and 2 respectively. Another person, Blasius, he found that the actual velocity distribution for laminar flow is slightly different from parabola. So this dotted line shows the Blasius curve and the solid line shows the parabola curve. So we found that especially near this portion, there is some difference in the curvature as far as the parabola is concerned. So considering his own equation for this curve, he found that, and which is also checked experimentally and found correct. He found that alpha is 0.135 and beta is 1.63. So these values to be used further to derive the expression. So using alpha is equal to 0.135, beta 1.63, putting the equation number 3. So this is the equation that we have to memorize. The equation for the thickness of laminar boundary layer. Equation for the thickness of laminar boundary layer is 4.91 x over under root rx. Rx is a local Reynolds number, which is ux over nu, yeah, rho ux over mu. Now putting this value of del and the alpha in equation number 1. This is equation number 1. Put the value of beta and del. We can get the value of tau naught, that is 0.332 mu over u x over under root rx. Again, I will repeat that you should do it yourself to simplify the steps, and how it has been obtained, that should be clear to you. So tau naught is shearing stress in laminar boundary layer is 0.332 mu over u x into under root rx. Again, this is showing that with the increase in x, the shearing stress will decrease. Then to find the local friction factor at any distance x from the leading edge, we know that another equation that is frequently used in this is tau naught over rho is Fv square over 8. तो ये भी हम उस चैप्टर में डिराइव करेंगे, यहाँ आपने सिर्फ इसको याद रखना है. tau naught over rho is Fv square over 8, where F is the friction factor and it is equal to 4 times the coefficient of friction. Tau naught over rho is Fv square over 8, so it will be 4 Cf V square over V is the velocity, tau naught is the boundary shear stress, rho is the density of the fluid. Friction factor is 4 times the coefficient of friction. ये एक relationship होता है जैसा आपने इसको ध्यान में रखना है. V is the velocity. So from this we can write tau naught is Cf rho u square by 2. In terms of friction factor is Fv square by 2 8, and in terms of coefficient of friction, tau naught is Cf rho u square by 2. From this we can find Cf, putting the value of tau naught from this equation 5. So Cf is 0.664 under root Rx. This is the equation that you have to keep in mind. The local friction coefficient in laminar flow or laminar boundary layer is 0.664 under root Rx. Now, at the end, we need to find friction drag on entire length of the plate. That is तो इन दोनों में आपने फर्क करना है. स्मॉल सी एफ और है, लोकल फ्रिक्शन कोएफिशिएंट है, और कैपिटल सी एफ जो है दैट इज द total frictional drag coefficient या frictional drag coefficient on one side of the plate entire length of the plate. So capital CF, we know that the differential drag force is tau naught V into D into 0 to L tau naught into dx. So further, if you put the value of tau naught, expression for tau naught is equation 0.332 u x under root rx and dx, and we know rx is rho ux over mu dx, and if you want to take the under this term into under root, so you take the square of it, so you mu square u square x square into this rho ux over mu. We can these terms inside the now mu square x square into mu. So this will be this will be u cube, and further 1x will be eliminated. So we'll get finally 0.332 be before I move to the next type of the boundary layer. Any questions from your side? Okay, so if no question, next is analysis of turbulent boundary layer. On the same lines, we'll do the analysis of turbulent boundary layer. So again, just like we found the shearing stress for the laminar boundary layer, let us find what is the expression for the shearing stress for the turbulent boundary layer. And we have another shearing stress formula that earlier we have derived, that is rho u square d del over alpha d del over dx. तो इसमें हमें पता है tau naught over rho is f p square over 8. This is the shearing stress formula, boundary layer shear stress, boundary shear stress for this is valid for laminar and turbulent both. So for turbulent boundary layer, this is again valid. Tau naught over rho is f p square over 8. Now this is actually this will be derived for turbulent flow through circular pipes. So we are making one analogy over here that the flow through circular pipe, the half of that flow is actually similar to the flow over a smooth flat plate. तो हमने एक analogy यहाँ बनाई है कि अगर circular pipe जो है उसमें flow हो रहा है तो उसकी जो एक साइड है, एक बाउंड्री से सेंटर की तरफ जो वाली साइड है वो ऐसी ही है जैसे कि किसी स्मूथ फ्लैट प्लेट पे फ्लूइड का फ्लो हो रहा है. रिमेंबर दिस, ये हम चीज़ प्रूव भी करेंगे वहाँ चैप्टर में. द सेंट्रल लाइन वेलोसिटी ऑफ पाइप फ्लो इज द मैक्सिमम वेलोसिटी. सेंट्रल लाइन वेलोसिटी इज द मैक्सिमम वेलोसिटी इन पाइप फ्लो. तो ये एक सेंट्रल लाइन है, हमने कहा कि ये एक पाइप फ्लो हो रहा है और उसकी सेंट्रल लाइन है, ये उसकी एक बाउंड्री है और इसको हम कह रहे हैं कि ऐसे ही है जैसे फ्लो जो है एक स्मूथ फ्लैट प्लेट पे हो रहा है. ये जो है वो उसका जो एज है बाउंड्री लेयर का. दिस इज द वेलोसिटी प्रोफाइल इन द बाउंड्री लेयर. u is the local velocity and v is the average velocity and capital U is the undisturbed velocity, which is u maximum. R is the radius of the pipe, which is d by diameter by 2, and this is actually the thickness of the boundary layer. So this is what analogy we have made, that one half of the pipe flow from wall to the center is just like same as the flow over one side of smooth flat plate. So we this expression we also will derive and in that topic. The maximum velocity of the turbulent flow at center line is equal to v plus 1.326 v under root f. V is the average velocity and f is the friction factor. Now taking that u maximum is 0.99 u. At the edge of the boundary layer, we have taken this thing that the maximum velocity, which is the local velocity at the edge of the boundary layer, at this point it is the center line, and center line is actually the edge of the boundary layer we are taking, where the thickness of the boundary is del. And taking f is the middle value, normally we use f is 0.028. If you put this value over here and simplify, so putting u maximum equal to 0.99 u in this and putting f 0.028, so approximately capital U undisturbed velocity comes to be 1.235 V. This is valid for turbulent flow. That the undisturbed velocity is equal to 1.235 the average velocity. Now, Blasius equation is one of the used equation for friction factor in turbulent flow. Again, this is the equation for the pipe flow, but we can use it for the plate flow, turbulent flow over the plate as well. So Blasius equation states that this is the expression for it, that the friction factor for turbulent flow in a circular pipe can be determined by this equation. F is 0.136 R power 1 by 4, where R is the total Reynolds number, which is VD over nu, or rho VD over mu. दोनों तरह से लिखा जा सकता है VD over nu is the kinematic viscosity, D is the diameter of pipe, V is the average velocity in the pipe, or over this surface of the plate. Now further, if you put the value of F, this value of F in equation 1, so tau naught will be rho V square over 8 into this F 0.01316 VD nu power 1 by 4. We also know that U is capital U is 1.235 V, so V is U over 1.235. तो यहाँ V की बजाय अगर पुट कर दें U over 1.235 और D is diameter which is 2 times the thickness of the boundary layer. तो वो अगर पुट कर दें इसमें D2 डेल आ जाएगा और V आ जाएगा U over 1.235. यहाँ पे V की बजाय U over 1.235 स्क्वायर. फर्दर इफ यू सिंप्लीफाई दिस वी गेट दिस. अब सिंप्लीफाई कैसे करना है वो जब आप खुद करेंगे तो यू विल अंडरस्टैंड कि हमने जितनी भी कांस्टेंट टर्म्स हैं 0.136 स्क्वायर ऑफ 1.1235 डिवाइड बाय 8, ये 1.235 पावर 1 by 4, इन सबको सॉल्व करके तो ये आंसर आ रहा है 0.023. बाकी आ जाएगा रो यू स्क्वायर इंटू दिस वन यू डेल और we also know that shearing stress is rho u square alpha d del over dx, जो हमने पहले डिराइव की थी comparing 4 and 5. So we can write this, and finally rearranging for del, we can write del power 5 by 4 after integration of this is equal to 0.0287 over alpha mu over u power 1 by 4 x c plus c. This is the expression for the thickness of turbulent boundary layer. Now further we can simplify it. We have to remove this power. So further what we can do, we can multiply and divide with x within this brackets, and further we can take this nu to the denominator. So it will be 1 over ux over nu, and x power 1 by 4 will be taken out. So this is called the local Reynolds number, ux over nu. So we can write, and taking the power on both sides of the equation as 4 by 5. So finally, this is the expression that you have to keep in mind. The thickness of the turbulent boundary layer is 0.0287 alpha power 4 by 5 into 1 over rx power 1 by 5 into x. Now we need to find the value of alpha just like we did for the laminar flow, laminar boundary layer. Now this is the expression for the thickness of turbulent boundary layer involving alpha. So remember this, alpha is the function of velocity distribution. And the velocity distribution in turbulent flow is best described by 7th root law. Just like in laminar flow, we said that velocity distribution is either parabolic or given by Blasius, and accordingly he found alpha and beta. Over here only alpha is involved, and velocity distribution in turbulent flow is best described by the 7th root law. So your maximum is y over r naught, its power 1 by 7. So what is over here, u maximum is capital U, and eta is y over del, and u over capital U is function of eta. So now we can put the values in this. U over u maximum, u over capital U is function of eta, and r naught is the actually radius, total radius of the pipe. Over here it is by this analogy, this is equal to del. So y over del will be equal to eta. So eta power 1 by 7. So So this is the equation of 7th root law. If you solve this equation for alpha, so alpha value comes to be 0.0972. So this is the value that you have to put in equation number 7 to finally get the expression. So this is the equation number 8 that you have to memorize. That is the thickness of turbulent boundary layer 0.377 x over rx power 1 by 5. Now if you put the value, this value in equation number 4, this one, sorry, equation number, yes, 4, this one. If you put the value over here, put the value of del in equation number 4 and simplify it. Again, you have to do it with your hand manually to understand this, how this. I have mentioned all the steps, but some of the steps are missing. So you need to do it and then find and understand it. So we have put the value of del over here, and further simplification has been done. It is 0.0587. That is rho u square by, we have multiplied and divided by 2. So rho u square by 2. And then this is over here. We have put the value for, we have written Rx. This is Ux over nu. And we have introduced there is one, this is x, this one that has come to this because x power 1 by 4 and this is u nu power 1 by 4. So we can join them, combine them. So ux over nu power 1 by 4. And this will be power 1 by 4 into 1 by 5. So it will be power 1 by 20. Similarly, further, if you reverse this term, so it will be nu over ux. So its power will be minus 1 by 4. And this is nu over ux power 1 by 20. So further simplification has been done over here. 0.0587 rho u square by 2 into this will be nu over ux power minus 1 by 4, and this is nu over ux power 1 by 20. So if you solve this, minus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 20, that is 1 by 5. This is how it has been done. Again, you should do it and you will understand it, how these steps have been carried. So you have to memorize this equation number 9 और 9a, दोनों एक इक्वेशन है. इसमें हमने rx को पुट कर दिया है, that is ux over nu, और या इसमें रखें, दोनों सेम चीज़ें हैं. So either you remember this equation 9 or equation 9a. So that is the equation of shear stress in turbulent flow. Then on the same lines we can find the local shear stress, local friction coefficient. Tau naught is Cf rho u square by 2, जैसे हमने laminar में किया था. Put in the value of tau naught, so we can get Cf 0.058 over Rx power 1 by 5. So this is how we can find the Cf value. Or just comparing 9a and 10, we can find Cf. Rho u square by 2 कैंसिल हो जाएगा और ये जो है बाकी जो है आपके पास ये इक्वेशन आ जाएगी. Then just like on the same line we did for the laminar flow, let us find the frictional drag on one side of the smooth flat plate. We know that the local friction drag is dfx, tau naught b into dx. Total one is b 0 to L tau naught into dx. Putting the value of tau naught of the turbulent boundary layer and then simplifying it, so we finally get the frictional drag in turbulent boundary layer is 0.0735 rho u square by 2 into 1 over r power 1 by 5 bl. We also know the frictional drag is Cf rho u square by 2 into a. So the coefficient of friction drag for turbulent boundary layer, it has two equations, one for the Reynolds number from 500,000 to 10 to the power 7 and one for the r greater than 10 to the power 7. 0.0735 over r power 1 by 5. This is when the Reynolds number is between 500,000 to 10 to the power 7, and then Cf is 0.455 log of r power 2.58 when r is greater than 10 to the power 7. So these are the equations for the turbulent boundary layer. We have derived first of all the thickness of turbulent boundary layer 0.377 x over rx power 1 by 5. Rx is the local Reynolds number. R sub x, it is actually r sub x. And we have derived the expression for the tau naught for the turbulent boundary layer. We have derived the expression for the local friction coefficient and for the frictional drag on entire length of the plate, having two equations for the different ranges of Reynolds numbers. This is for the analysis of turbulent boundary layer. Now we'll move to the analysis of transition boundary layer, in which both turbulent and laminar are present. So for this, you should understand under what conditions the transition boundary layer will exist. So whenever the length of the plate is greater than xc, xc is the distance from the leading edge at which laminar boundary layer changes to turbulent boundary layer, and at this distance, the Reynolds number, which is local critical Reynolds number RC, it is 500,000. So at this distance, the Reynolds number is RC, which is local critical Reynolds number, and its value is 500,000. And we can also find the XC, because local Reynolds number RC is UXC over nu. So U is given to you, nu is given to you, and using this RC, we can find XC, and then we can check that whether the plate length is greater than XC or not. If it is greater than XC, there will be case of transition zone, unless you are not mentioned that it is a turbulent boundary layer. तो अगर turbulent boundary layer ना हो, तो हमारे पास दो पॉसिबिलिटीज हो सकती हैं, या तो वो लैमिनार बाउंड्री लेयर होगी अगर लेंथ जो है वो एक्सी से कम है या उसके बराबर है, अगर लेंथ जो है एक्सी से बड़ी आ जाएगी या रेनॉल्ड नंबर जो है वो 500,000 से ज़्यादा होगा प्लेट के ऊपर, तो वो ट्रांजिशन बाउंड्री लेयर आएगी. इट इज़ रिक्वायर्ड टू फाइंड द कोफिशिएंट ऑफ फ्रिक्शन ड्रैग फॉर द ट्रांजिशन जोन. तो ये हमें चाहिए. नाउ वी नो दैट फ्रिक्शन ड्रैग इज सी एफ रो यू स्क्वायर बाय 2 into BL. It is the area and shear, B width of the plate, and L is the length of the plate. And we know that for transition zone, actually both laminar and turbulent boundary layers are coming. So for transition zone, what will be actually the friction drag coefficient? This is the main thing that will be different. So rho u square by 2 into B, these are the constant things taken out. The only thing that will be varying is the friction drag coefficient. So that combinedly for transition zone, the friction drag coefficient partly will be for the laminar and partly will be for the turbulent. So CF into XC, it is for laminar boundary layer. तो XC distance तक जो है वो laminar boundary layer का part आएगा. Then assuming that on the entire length the turbulent boundary layer exists, so it will be CF into L for total turbulent boundary layer. But actually it is not total, it is starting from distance xc, yeah, up to xc it is not the turbulent boundary, so it will have to subtract it, minus cf into xc for turbulent boundary up to xc. So this is the combined friction drag of for laminar and turbulent boundary layer. I hope you understand this, how to write this. Expression. Now putting the value CF for laminar is 1.328 XC over 1.32 over R, that is XC over RC. For turbulent it is with the R on a curved surface or on angular surface, then this phenomena occurs, that is separation of boundary lanes. So we have a curved surface A, B, C, D, E, as you can see, and a fluid is flowing on it. Dotted line shows the limit of boundary layer. Now at point A, some velocity profile is existing. Velocity distribution is existing within the boundary layer, as you can see. Now this velocity becomes maximum at point B, because from point A to B it is a converging flow, and because area is decreasing, so velocity is increasing and pressure is decreasing. तो A से B तक जो है velocity जो है बढ़ रही है और maximum velocity achieve हो रही है within the profile this velocity profile, और pressure जो है कम हो रहा है. Now as we move from surface B from point B to C and onward, it is a diverging flow. तो यहाँ divergence हो रही है. Because of divergence, area is increasing and the velocity is decreasing. As you can see, while moving from point B to C, the velocity has been reduced within the velocity profile of the boundary layer, and especially this velocity profile is straightening up are becoming normal to the surface at the close to the surface. तो surface के close जो है velocity profile क्या हो रहा है, वो normal हो रहा है to the surface, या कि velocity overall कम हो रही है क्योंकि ये diverging flow है, area बढ़ रहा है, velocity कम हो रही है और pressure बढ़ रहा है. So from B to C, pressure is increasing. Further from C to D, more velocity is reduced, and especially near the surface of the plate, the velocity profile has become normal to the surface. तो यहाँ velocity profile जो है surface से normal हो गया है, and this is the point where the boundary layer will just start to separate from the surface. तो इस points पे या उससे onward जो है boundary layer क्या होगी, या जो layer of fluid है वो boundary से लैदा हो जाएगी. This is called separation of boundary layer. और यहाँ velocity कम हो रही है और pressure बढ़ रहा है, pressure जो है increase हो रहा है, तो इस वजह से ये separation हो रही है. Further from D to E, more separation will take place, and near the close to the surface of the plate, curved surface, a reversal of flow will take place. तो यहाँ velocity reverse हो जाएगी, यहाँ direction reverse हो जाएगी, rollers बनेंगे, eddies form होंगी. This is called turbulent wake. ये आगे लिखा भी हुआ है turbulent wake, where the reversal of flow takes place, eddies are formed. So this is all about the separation of boundary layer. So when a boundary is curved or angular one, the boundary layer does not stick to the whole surface of the body, and the boundary layer leaves the surface and gets separated from it. This phenomena is known as the separation of boundary layer. The point at which boundary layer gets separated from the surface of the body is known as point of separation. Let us consider a rounded object or curved object A, B, C, D, E. Any fluid is flowing with the undisturbed velocity u. At A, there is certain velocity distribution in the boundary layer. At point B, the flow velocity reaches its maximum outside the boundary layer. क्योंकि मैंने बताया कि चूंकि कन्वर्जेंस हो रही है, एरिया कम हो रहा है, वेलोसिटी बढ़ रही है, प्रेशर कम हो रहा है. At point C, it starts reducing, and further at point D, further reduction in the velocity takes place, and the velocity profile becomes normal to the object near the surface. This point is known as the point of separation because the velocity boundary layer just start to separate from the surface of this point. Beyond point D, at point E, reversal of direction of flow very close to the surface takes place, and there is a formation of turbulent wake which is eddies and vortices, and because of this there is loss of energy. So what happens there, and this is undesirable, the boundary layer separation causes large losses of energy, and in the aircraft it results in a stall, that is decrease in speed and decrease in the lift component. तो इसलिए इसको अवॉइड किया जाता है ताकि ये ना हो. So this is all about the theory relating to this topic. Now let us solve few numericals which are from the exercise of chapter number 10. तो इसमें कुछ न्यूमेरिकल्स हैं जो उस पर दिए गए हैं स्टेटमेंट्स, उसको सॉल्व किया गया और एंड पे इसी से रिलेटेड आपको असाइनमेंट दी गई जो आपने 2 वीक्स में जमा करवानी है। ओके, सो इसके लिए पहला जो है न्यूमेरिकल 10.4, यू आर गिवन अ स्मूथ फ्लैट प्लेट विच इज़ 3.6 मीटर वाइड, तो इसकी विड्थ दी गई है आपको, एंड 0.75 मीटर लॉन्ग, इसकी लेंथ जो है 0.75 मीटर है। It is parallel to the flow, is immersed in water at 15 degrees Celsius, flowing at undisturbed velocity of 0.6 meter per second. तो कैपिटल U भी आपको दे दिया है 0.6 मीटर पर सेकेंड। Find the thickness of the plate and the shear stress, and secondly at the trailing edge of the plate. Now the main thing is he has mentioned that assuming a laminar boundary layer over the whole plate, तो यहाँ उसने बता दिया है कि पूरी प्लेट पे लैमिनर बाउंड्री लेयर है। अगर ना बताया जाए तो फिर मैंने बताया था कि आप उसकी लेंथ XC फाइंड करेंगे या रेनॉल्ड नंबर फाइंड करेंगे। अगर वो रेनॉल्ड नंबर 500,000 से ज़्यादा आता है तो आप कहेंगे ये ट्रांजिशन है, और अगर कम आता है तो वाकई ही लैमिनर बाउंड्री लेयर है। तो दिस तो आपको you will be given the type of boundary layer, that is simple. If it is not given, then you need to check it. What is the check? Although it is not needed in this numerical, already it is mentioned it is a laminar boundary layer, but just for your information knowledge, I have given this, that we need to find the total Reynolds number mu l ul over nu, putting the values, and if this is greater than 500,000, which is the case, less than 500,000, so it is a laminar boundary layer, that is a confirmed. If it is greater than this, then it has been a then it would be a transition boundary layer. Now the boundary layer is laminar, it is given, and also we have checked it. Now first of all, let us find the thickness of the boundary layer and shear stress at distance at the center. X is L by 2, it is 0.375. So Rx is Ux over nu, वो find कर लेंगे. We know the thickness of laminar boundary is 4.91 x over root Rx. Putting the values, you can find the answer. Tau naught is 0.332 mu over u over x into Rx. Again values put कर दें. इसमें मेन चीज़ है फार्मूले याद हो, बाकी सिर्फ आपने वैल्यूज ही पुट करनी है। इसी तरह we can find del and tau naught when x is equal to L at the trailing edge. ज़ाहिर ट्रेलिंग एज पर थिकनेस ज़्यादा होगी और शीयरिंग स्ट्रेस जो है वो पहले की निस्बत जो है कम आएगी, क्योंकि डिस्टेंस के साथ शीयरिंग स्ट्रेस कम हो जाती है। एंड देन वी नीड टू फाइंड द फ्रिक्शनल ड्रैग। इसके लिए पहले कोफिशिएंट निकाल लेंगे। कोफिशिएंट ऑफ फ्रिक्शन ड्रैग फॉर लैमिनार इज 1.328 into r. पुट द वैल्यूज एंड गेट द आंसर। यू नीड टू सॉल्व इट इन योर प्लेसेस आल्सो, आपने खुद भी सॉल्व करना ताकि अगर मिस्टेक है आंसर में वो चेक हो जाए। फ्रिक्शन ड्रैग ऑन वन साइड ऑफ द प्लेट इज CF रो यू स्क्वायर बाई 2 into a। वैल्यूज पुट कर दें तो 1.02 न्यूटन is the friction drag that the plate will experience by the water. 10.10 numerical में आपको दिया गया assume that boundary layer of problem 10.4 is disturbed near the leading edge। तो उसने कहा कि ये जो 10.4 में बाउंड्री लेयर जिसको पहले उसने कहा था लैमिनार है, अब उसने कहा है कि ये जो बाउंड्री लेयर है लीडिंग एज पे डिस्टर्ब हो गई है। तो रिमेंबर दिस, व्हेन दिस स्टेटमेंट विल कम, इट इज क्लियर स्टेटमेंट दैट इट इज अ टर्बुलेंट बाउंड्री लेयर। या तो उसने बताया होगा कि टर्बुलेंट बाउंड्री लेयर पूरी प्लेट की लेंथ पे मौजूद है, या उसने ये बताया होगा कि लीडिंग एज पे डिस्टर्बेंस है। सो इन बोथ द केसेस, whether it is the disturbance at the leading edge or it is that it is clearly mentioned that the turbulent layer is present on entire length, so it is the case of the turbulent boundary layer. So what we have to do, simply we have to, again, if it is not mentioned you can check it, but over here if it is mentioned then obviously it's turbulent boundary layer, otherwise वही चेक आपने लगा देना है। तो ये चीज़ आपने क्लियर ज़हन में रखें। दिस थिंग मस्ट बी क्लियर दैट इफ it is clearly mentioned that it is a turbulent boundary layer, or it is mentioned that it is there is a disturbance at the leading edge, then obviously it is a turbulent boundary layer. If not, if it is not mentioned, ये आप ध्यान में रखें, if it is not mentioned, then it can be a laminar boundary layer और transition boundary layer. तो अगर turbulent boundary layer नहीं है तो उसके अलावा दो सूरतें हो सकती हैं, या तो वो लेमिनार बाउंड्री लेयर होगी या वो ट्रांजिशन होगी, तो उसको फिर हम चेक करेंगे रेनॉल्ड नंबर निकाल के या लेंथ ऑफ प्लेट को एक्सी से कंपेयर करके। तो ये चीज़ अगर आप ध्यान में रखेंगे तो होपफुली आपको काफ़ी फायदा होगा। जस्ट हैव टू यूज द फॉर्मूला फॉर टर्बुलेंट बाउंड्री लेयर थिकनेस एंड टर्न आउट एंड जस्ट पुट द वैल्यूज एंड गेट द आंसर एंड कंपेयर इट विद द लेमिनार बाउंड्री लेयर। तो टर्बुलेंट में वैल्यूज ज़्यादा आएंगी लेमिनार की निस्बत। इसी तरह फॉर द ट्रेलिंग एज आप निकाल लेंगे, सी एफ निकाल लेंगे, क्योंकि यहाँ जो सी एफ के दो फार्मूले हैं टर्बुलेंट के लिए, बिकॉज ओवर हियर आर इज़ लेस देन 10⁻⁷, तो हम इसका पहले वाला फार्मूला यूज़ करेंगे, दिस वन, एंड देन यू कैन फाइंड द ड्रैग फोर्स। तो ड्रैग फोर्स विल ऑल्सो बी मोर इन टर्बुलेंट लेयर देन द लैमिनार लेयर। तो इस तरह आप इसको सॉल्व कर सकते हैं। नेक्स्ट इज न्यूमेरिकल इज अ स्ट्रीम लाइन ट्रेन 90 मीटर लॉन्ग with sides 2.75 meter high top and 2.75 meter wide। तो इसने एक ट्रेन कहा है कि 90 मीटर लॉन्ग है, उसकी साइड और उसकी जो है टॉप वो इतने मीटर वाइड या हाई हैं। assuming skin friction drag on the top and side to be equal to one side of the flat plate 8.25 meter wide and 90 meter long। तो उसने कहा कि इस ट्रेन पे जो फ्रिक्शन लग रही है वो उतनी ही है जितनी एक स्मूथ फ्लैट प्लेट पे लगेगी, जिसका साइज जो है 8.25 है और 90 मीटर लॉन्ग है। तो हमने यही डिमेंशन यूज करनी है जो प्लेट वाली है। आई होप यू हैव अंडरस्टूड दिस न्यूमेरिकल। देयर इज अ ट्रेन एक्सपीरियंसिंग फ्रिक्शन ड्रैग and he is saying that this friction drag is equal to the smooth flat plate, one side of that smooth flat plate having length 90 meter and width 8.25 meter। Compute the power required to overcome the friction drag and when the train is traveling at 45 meter per second। तो speed जो है वो 45 meter per second है, u जो है through standard atmospheric air। तो बाद जगहों पे वो 15 डिग्री सेल्सियस, बाद में 25 डिग्री सेल्सियस, बार ये वैल्यूज आपको दी गई होंगी। तो यू विल बी गिवन विद दीज वैल्यूज एट द गिवन टेम्परेचर, योर टेबल विल बी शेयर्ड विद यू। वी हैव टू फाइंड द पावर रिक्वायर्ड टू ओवरकम द स्किन फ्रिक्शन ड्रैग। तो फॉर दिस वी नीड टू फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल सी कि विच बाउंड्री लेयर इज दिस, क्योंकि इसमें इसने नहीं बताया। तो इसमें दो ही पॉसिबिलिटीज हो सकती है, आइदर इट इज अ लैमिनार बाउंड्री लेयर और इज अ ट्रांजिशन। टर्बुलेंट नहीं हो सकती है, कंप्लीट टर्बुलेंट नहीं हो सकती। उसके लिए वही कंडीशन है, या तो वो डिस्टर्बेंस है लीडिंग एज पे या उसने बता दिया कि टर्बुलेंट है। सो व्हाट वी कैन डू, वी कैन चेक द रेनॉल्ड नंबर, टोटल रेनॉल्ड नंबर दैट इज 2.87 एक्सपोनेंट 8 बिकॉज इट इज ग्रेटर देन 500,000, सो इट इज नॉट अ लैमिनार लेयर, इट इज द ट्रांजिशन लेयर। सो एक और चेक इसमें ये हो सकता है, वी कैन फाइंड XC एंड बिकॉज द लेंथ इज ग्रेटर देन XC अगेन इट इज द कंफर्मेशन दैट इट इज अ ट्रांजिशन layer। So it's a case of transition. CF for transition will be, because R CF भी transition के लिए दो फार्मूले हैं, एक R power less than 10⁻⁷ और एक R greater than 10⁻⁷ है। For greater than 10⁻⁷, the formula is mentioned. Putting the values, you can find CF, and then friction drag is CF rho square by 2 into A, values put कर दें। So this much force will be experienced by the train। How much power is required to overcome it? Power is force into velocity. So this much 104.3 horsepower is required to overcome this force. So this is about this numerical. Next इसमें इसी तरह a harpoon is a cylindrical element having sharp edge which is used to catch fish in waters. It is 19 millimeter in diameter। एक सिलेंडर है जो कि 19 millimeter diameter है जिसका, and it is 1.5 meter long with a sharp tip। It is launched in water at 15 degree Celsius with a speed of 7.5 meter per second। तो स्पीड भी बता दी है, इसकी डाय भी बता दी है, लेंथ भी बता दी है। फ्रिक्शन ड्रैग यू हैव टू फाइंड एंड इस मैक्सिमम थिकनेस ऑफ द बाउंड्री लेयर। तो ये डाटा दिया गया है। सबसे पहले अगेन इसमें भी बताया नहीं गया कौन सी बाउंड्री लेयर है, वही प्रोसीजर है, टू नीड फाइंड रेनॉल्ड नंबर बिकॉज इट इज ग्रेटर देन 500,000, सो इट इज अगेन ट्रांजिशन केस। एक्स से भी XC और L से भी चेक कर सकते हैं, तो ये ट्रांजिशन आ जाएगी। इन दिस केस R इज लेस देन 10⁻⁷, तो दूसरा फार्मूला ट्रांजिशन का जो यूज होगा CF निकालने के लिए. So you put the values here and get the CF, and we know frictional drag is CF rho square by into A. A is the area in shear, that will be pi d into L. Peripheral area जो है वो यूज होगा इसमें pi d into L. Pi d is the diameter and L is the length. तो ये आपने इसमें ध्यान में रखना है. So it is 6.95 Newton. The maximum thickness of the boundary layer will be when at the trailing edge. Trailing edge पे जो है वो turbulent boundary layer होगी. So turbulent boundary layer की thickness हम find कर लेंगे. That will be the maximum thickness. You have to do this numerical as part of your assignment. Some of them are just the change in data. जो हमने सॉल्व किया उसका डाटा थोड़ा चेंज किया है, और कुछ जो है इसमें न्यूमेरिकल 5, 6 और 7 जो है ये सॉल्व एग्जांपल्स हैं कुछ थोड़े डिफरेंट डाटा के साथ इसी चैप्टर 10 की. So you have to do this assignment at your places, and later when I will ask for submission you have to do it. So what I have planned that I have planned to wait till 30th of April. After that hopefully if the classes will be online या after Eid, so then you will be submitting these assignment. तो आप इसको कर लें, अपने पास रख लें, तो जब आप ऑन कैंपस अगर हुआ तो जमा करा दें, या उसके बाद फिर मैं कहूँगा तो आप ऑनलाइन जमा करा देंगे. तो इस तरह आपने इसको करना है. एनी क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम टुडेज लेक्चर, एनीबॉडी हैविंग, प्लीज आस्क. This completes my midterm course. Next time engineer Vaiza will take up the classes and I will be taking care of your lab classes. तो तब तक किसी का क्वेश्चन है तो वो पूछ ले. So you should go through these slides at your places. इसकी डेरिवेशन खास तौर पे हाथ से करें, खुद करें, और भी जो इसमें थ्योरी वगैरह है वो अच्छी तरह पढ़ें, ताकि अगर क्वेश्चन किसी का होगा तो नेक्स्ट टाइम यू कैन आस्क इन द लैब क्लास. तो मैं लैब क्लास लूँगा, उसमें आप पूछ सकते हैं, या व्हाट्सएप से वॉइस मैसेज या जैसे भी पूछ सकते हैं. आई विल ट्राई टू आंसर अकॉर्डिंगली. Yes, anybody having any question from today's lecture? Okay, so let me have your attendance if you don't have any question. इसकी रिकॉर्डिंग बाद में आपको मिल जाएगी. स्लाइड्स ऑलरेडी इसकी मिल चुकी हैं आपको, और उसको आप डाउनलोड करें, अगर नहीं की तो उसको पढ़ें आप. Okay, let me take the attendance.